Looking for everyone. So good evening, everyone. Welcome to V-GovCon Live with Varetta Huggins. My assistant, Haley, will be the one taking your questions. And so at the end, she'll be the one bringing those questions to me, okay? Well, thanks everyone for calling in. And again, this is V-GovCon Live with Varetta Huggins. We're doing a new format using webinar today instead of our normal meeting. So, and it's just to accommodate everyone. We've got, can everyone hear me? Okay. All right, just want to verify, yes, okay. All right, well, we have lots to cover tonight, so I'm gonna get straight into it. Let me just make sure I'm turning off all these phones. And making sure you have my undivided attention. Right, so tonight we are covering a lot of information. But before I do that, wanted to share with you some V-GovCon Live news. So if you've watched any of my videos, you've attended any of my workshops, you've heard me talk about getting the importance of getting a DUNS number. Well, DUNS is no more. And we'll talk about that on the next slide, but just wanted you to know that government has gotten rid of the DUNS number, and I'll share with you what the next step with that is. I'm also going to be in Miami Gardens on Saturday, this Saturday, the 30th of April. So I'll share with you a little information about the Small Business Wealth Summit. So with the DUNS number not being used anymore, the federal government has a new number called a unique entity ID. And that is now the authoritative ID for you to do business with the federal government. And what that means is they've gotten rid of DUNS. If you have a DUNS and you had to get that through Dun & Bradstreet, now you get your unique entity ID through SAMgov. So once you go into SAM, you register as a new entity, and then you start that process to be able to get that unique entity ID. If you are already registered in SAM.gov, they took your DUNS number and they switched it over to use your unique entity ID, so you should be good. They automatically provided that number for your company, so you don't have to worry about that. The other good news is that if you, like me, change your physical address and you had to go through Dun & Bradstreet to get that, now you can do that through SAM.gov by creating an incident. And so any updates to your physical address, you can get that done through SAM.gov now under your entity ID. And you can make that change in SAM.gov now. So that's one of the good things. And again, any other federal databases that you're a part of, they will now be using this unique entity ID as the main ID to do any business with government, whether it's you're going after government grants or you're going after government contracts. All right. So I'll be in Miami Gardens on this Saturday, and I'll be a keynote speaker at the Small Business Wealth Summit. And this is the first time that we're doing this. And this is in collaboration with the City of Miami Gardens. So we're looking at being able to do this event. I have some of our turquoise program partners that's going to be speaking with us. So that's Natasha Davis and Laquela Pigus. Both of them will be, and Graham Huggins will be speaking with me down at the summit, the Small Business Wealth Summit. So part of our turquoise program is encouraging our partners to get more speaking gigs and be able to take what they're already doing and share some of that with small business community. So I'm excited about this event. This event will be a prototype for us to be able to start doing these events across the US, mainly probably starting next year. So this year is just a prototype for us, but we're planning to take this type of event and start doing our own summits across the US. So if you're interested in me and some of my team coming to your city to do a small business wealth summit, please let us know. You can, through email, just let us know, and we'll be glad to bring that to you and your community. If you've got organizations you're a part of, that's another way of bringing us in, and we'll be able to do some of those summits with you. And again, we're looking at next year, so we're going to start filling up the calendar for those events next year. Anywhere across the US, no matter where you are, we travel. We know we've got folks in all the states across the US that we work with. So it will be an exciting time for us to be able to travel to your city and bring to you some of the good information that we can share with you and your community and your organizations about government contracting and other ways of generating wealth as a small business owner. All right, let's get into it. So thanks, I saw some folks talking about congratulations, so thanks for those. So V-GovCon Live, we're bringing you DBE grant opportunities tonight. So tonight we're gonna continue the discussion that we had in March, where we're talking about the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law, also known as the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. And this is the huge buckets of money that the Biden administration has approved, and some of it goes to disadvantaged businesses. And that's why we're talking about DBE being disadvantaged business enterprises. Last time we talked, I encouraged you to go and get your DBE certification. And part of what we're gonna be talking about tonight is I'll be able to share with you an offer. We did the V-GovCon Masterclass in North Carolina. So for those of you on the call from North Carolina, I know that you guys already attended those classes, and I know it was a huge success for you. We were able to share with them what they need to do to get their DBE certifications, and then also share with them some of the V-GovCon roadmaps that for them to understand, if you want to do government contracting, where are you, what stage are you in? If you want to go after government grants, what things you need to start working on. So some of that we were able to share, and we created the V-GovCon Masterclass to be able to have all of that in there. And we'll share that at the end of this discussion tonight. So with this, wanted to go straight in. So I'm going to show you a couple slides, and then I'm going to take this interactively where I'm jumping onto grants.gov and doing a demo for you so that you can see a live, you can have live interaction of what the tool looks like and how you can go and do some of these searches. So with grants.gov, here what I did was, this is where we are searching for some of these grants. And what I wanted to point out, you search on the grants.gov by using keyword search. So here, keyword, I put in Bipartisan Infrastructure Law. And if you look here, it says matching results, and it's over 1,000. So if last month you heard me speak and I said, hey folks, they're gonna be posting this soon, the money's coming out soon, they're gonna be posting it on grants.gov, this is it. Over 1,000 posts already been made. And some of the things that we talked about at the last event, they're in here. And you're gonna see, I couldn't go through everything because we only have an hour, but you're gonna see some of the keywords, which is what I told you at the last event. You wanna look at some of the keywords from how they classify the money, and follow those keywords, follow them on grants.gov. I'll give you an example, INFRA grants. That was under the infrastructure, the bridges, the buildings That was some of the money that was allocated for that mega grants. That's again, infrastructure, transportation, buildings. That was part of that money. So you want to follow the words because those are some of the keywords you can use to be able to find these opportunities. And so here again, when you're going to grants.gov, you could just type in, and you could also use like the quotes. That way you keep the words together in Bipartisan Infrastructure Law and see what pops up. And this is one way of doing a search. Another way of doing a search is by using IIJA. IIJA means Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. So some of them use bill, which is Bipartisan Infrastructure Law. Some of them code it as IIJA. So here you see the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act Notice of Funding Opportunity. So a NOFO is a big term in grants. So if you hear folks talk about a NOFO, it's a Notice of Funding Opportunity. That means they got the money and now they're posting the notice about that money that they got so that you can now start looking at that, okay? So with that, there were several NOFOs that were posted from the IIJA. And so you're using that as a keyword and you see that we got 7 matches here. Also want to look at the agency. So you see DOT, Department of Energy's DOE, DHS, Homeland Security. So you'll notice different agencies are posting some of this money. Now, a lot of the money came on the DOT, but DOT had money that they're supposed to give to DOC, Department of Commerce, to USDA, right? So it might have started with DOT, Department of Transportation, but they now have to start giving the money, and how they do that is by using grants. So that's why I wanted to talk through that today, is because a lot of these opportunities are coming down, they're already posted, and how do you go find them? It's by using keyword search to be able to know where they're located. And then once you put in that keyword and you click search, now you're getting a list of opportunities. You can click on the blue, which is the opportunity number, and then it will open up for you to get some more information about those opportunities. So here, these are like 7 opportunities that came under the IIJA. And these are things you can just go do your own search and be able to find these, okay? So my job tonight is show you how. A lot of times in government contracting, you might go to SCORE, SBA, and some of the local government agencies for help, and they'll tell you what to do. The difference with us is we're showing you how to go and do that, okay? So here, search by agency again. So this is another way of doing a search. Notice I did not have a keyword up here. So because we know some of this money is on the DOT, so you can go directly to the agency, select Department of Transportation here, Treasury also had some money, and notice we had 27 matches. So this is funds. These are NOFOs that came under the Department of Transportation and Treasury. And so you can look at some of those and start clicking on them to find out more. So I'm just showing you different ways of searching now. You can search with keyword. If you know the opportunity number, you can enter that here, there. CFDA is kind of like the unique ID for opportunities. So you can see that. Under opportunity status, you can see forecasted and posted. So those are the ones that you want to look at. Forecasted means it's coming. Posted means it's already came and it's now there and it has a due date. And then funding instrument type, eligibility requirements are important for you. If you're a nonprofit, there are options for you. Small businesses, you have to be careful with this because again, grants is mainly for nonprofits and different counties, cities, states, and also universities. But there are times when they do have opportunities for small businesses, and it might be under other also, where you just review other and you might find that you're eligible. So pay attention to the eligibility requirements is what I'm saying. And then category, we'll talk a little more about that. We just talked about the agency, okay? So here's an example of something I told you in the last session where we talked about some of the opportunities that were coming. The top part here, I wanted to point out Water Smart grants. So Water Smart grants, have it here. And what this is here, it's just this, it was telling us the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law was telling us there's going to be $400 million coming down for the Water Smart grants. And I wanted you to see how it's flowing. So this came from Bill, the actual law document. And then here went to grants.gov, and notice it says here, Water Smart small scale water efficiency projects. So it's the same money. It's coming from that same pile of money. And some of my things I had some highlights in here that got removed. But what it's showing you here, down here, is the estimated total program funding is $5 million. And then the award ceiling is $100,000. And so what that means, they've got about 100,000 into 5 million, that's about 50. So they can give 50 different companies this grant, and that's how you break down the funding. And notice when you're looking at these, you want to find out when is the grant due, when do you have to submit all your documentation by, and the other information. They would have related documents here, would tell you the documents that you need to review to find out if what they need for you to be able to submit or apply for this grant. So just follow along here. The categories discretionary funds, and then you can see where category of funding is natural resources, and then the CFDA number is 15.507, and that's important because again, it's kind of like a number that you want to keep track of. Over here is one of the documents that was on the related documents, and notice on the right, it's telling us Department of Interior is the one who put this out, and again, Water Smart, which is that same name that we saw on Bill. So here you can tell that you are looking at the same opportunity, and the category, the CFDA number, you can see it's the same number that we saw here, and that's how you keep track of it. So I wanted to point out several things on here for eligibility requirements. So here it talks about the applicants who can apply for this, and it says category A states Indian tribes, irrigation districts, water districts, state, regional, or local authorities, whose members include one or more organizations with water power delivery authority and any other organizations with water power delivery authority. So it's telling you in category A, these are the organizations, the states, the tribes, the districts, basically the government and organizations that you can work with. Category B is the nonprofit organizations. And they're saying you need to have an agreement with an entity in category A. And that's what I talked about the last time. You want to know that you are starting those relationships now. Start the relationships with your states, the tribes, your local government, your county government, your city government, the universities, the colleges, the school system, because they're the ones getting the grants. But they can't do all the work. They need to find you, the small business, who can do a specific thing, a specific part of that project. So you need to be able to start looking at how do you start fostering some of those relationships. It says all applicants must be in the Western United States, and they tell you which states. So notice this go over several states this money will be allocated to. And so I'm telling you, because I know you guys are calling in from all over. if your state is located here, this is part of the money that you're able to go after. You have to foster those relationships. I pointed this out because I wanted you to understand the difference with that category A and category B. If you fall in category B, you need to have a relationship with your state, your local government, or the colleges and universities in that area. So this is a nonprofit opportunity, and just wanted for any nonprofit companies on the call for you to be able to see some of these opportunities. All right, next one. This did not come out good. All right, so I'm using several different, we'll go back to that. So this was one of the slides, that I used from the last. And what I did was I took that opportunity, and from that opportunity, I was able to pull up the actual information of a meeting that's happening. So I wanted to bring this to you all. This is USDA is looking for, so in this part, this was part of the money that similar to this that I'm showing here. So sorry, it didn't come out too good. We'll fix that when we provide the slides out to you guys. But with this, the USDA Forest Service, they're looking for subcontractors. Why? Because they got part of the money from Department of Transportation, went over to USDA, and the goal was for them to be able to start fixing some of these bridges, buildings, communication system, dams. So if you can provide any of these services or any products to help with any of these projects, they are looking for you. So this is a real event. It's going to happen on May 11th at 10:30. And I think it's a virtual event. But with that, the projects are located in these states down here that I'm pointing at. And so if you're located in any of those and you can provide any of these services, they're looking for folks who can do alterations, repairs, construction projects, bridges, roads, mechanical and electrical projects, and any kind of building projects. They've got, and I can't remember the exact amount, but it's millions of dollars to be able to do this type of work. And they're looking for you. They want your help with this. So these are some of the ways that you're finding this. This opportunity is on SAM.gov. So I'm gonna see if I can jump to it now. Yep. All right. So it's Midwest Northeastern States is what it's called. And again, this is on SAM.gov. You go to search in SAM.gov and you can pull this up using the infrastructure investment and be able to find it. You could also find it because it's also located under Agriculture, Department of Agriculture. So this is a real event. Again, May 11th is the event, and it's in construction of miscellaneous buildings. But in the write-up, they're telling us that they're looking for companies, subcontractors who can do many different things. So the example here is categories of work and the anticipated trades associated with bridges, buildings, communication system, dams, heritage, miscellaneous rec features, roads, trails, all this projects, they're looking for you. And they're saying the PSC and NAICS codes are examples, but it's not inclusive of all the projects that's being procured. So they have lots of different projects that's going to come under this contract. And again, this is a contract for those who are small businesses and looking for contracts. So this is one of the contracts that came from the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act money. So again, they're looking for you. They're going to have an event. And when you do find this, all you have to do is click here, and I don't know if it would open yet. It's not going to open directly, but once it opens, let me just save it quickly just so you can see what it looks like. This is what it looks like. And I think it's the same thing that I pulled, okay? But what I wanted to show you right here is where it says register here. and you can go and sign up for this event, okay? So go sign up. Notice they're saying registration and capability statement. So if any of you had conversations with me about helping with your capability statement, that's something that we have as part of our training, but you can register for this event. That's the main thing I wanted to cover on this. So again, there are lots of these on SAM.gov. They're also in your state procurement databases, and that's where you have to go to find these opportunities. So this is another opportunity. So I showed you a grant opportunity, showed you a federal opportunity, and now I'm showing you a state. So because we're in Maryland, we have access to the Maryland procurement system. So I want you to know whatever state you're in, there's a procurement system that you have to go and sign up for. And what that means, you put in your email, you provide some information to them, and you get access to their procurement system. In that system, you're now gonna be able to see something like this, where you can go and put in different keywords and be able to see all the different opportunities at your state and local government level. So find that procurement system in your state at the state level, go register for it so you can start getting access. So with this, I know the bridge money is in every state. So here our keyword was bridge, and here we're seeing some of these opportunities. Now, not all the opportunities will come under the IIJA, but you can see bridge construction and repair services. This was one of the biggest things that they're doing right now, is being able to repair a lot of the bridges. If you go to the US Department of having a blank, Transportation's website, sorry. Go to US Department of Transportation's website, and you'll be able to, from there, see that all the different states they're all getting money from this act, from bill, and you can also see some of the work that needs to get done. And I'm telling you, folks, they've already started the work. So again, a lot of these prime contractors are looking for small businesses that they can get to be able to help with some of the work that they have to do. And they need to be able to find you. At the last session, I told you, if you are not DBE certified yet, start working on that. Your disadvantaged business enterprise, your small business enterprise at the state level, those come in. A lot of the prime contractors, they have requirements. And I thought I had a slide on that. They have requirements for opportunities where it will show that they will get a 5% DBE, 10% DBE, 5% SBE, WBE, or MBE. And what those are, MBE is your minority business enterprise. So a lot of the prime contractors, they have to meet these requirements or quotas to have a minority business as part of their contracting team. And so they're looking for minority business that are registered. They're looking for disadvantaged businesses that are registered. They're looking for small businesses that are registered. So if you're not registered, I'm telling you, that is the way to go. You have to start working on those registrations, okay? Now with that, we do offer several classes depending on what you need help with. Right now we're offering a V-GovCon Masterclass. I'll go to that soon, but that includes assistance with helping you to identify for the disadvantaged business enterprise what you need to do in your state specifically to be able to apply and register for those disadvantaged business enterprise certifications. Okay. All right, next one. So here, the quick demo I had. So I went to the SAM one already. So I just wanted to do it quickly on, and I kind of cheated here. When you go to grants.gov, I'm going to start there first. So when you go to grants.gov, you're looking for search grants. You guys can still see my screen, right? So you search for grants and then keywords right here. So this is where you are putting it in. Thanks, Felicia. So you can put bipartisan infrastructure law. I'm putting it in quotes and then I click search. And so you're seeing some of these opportunities that are showing up. It says bipartisan infrastructure law, battery materials processing. So these are different things that they need. Electric drive vehicle batteries. I told you this was coming. This has to do with the electric vehicles. And so these are all these different opportunities. So I want you to be able to go to grants.gov, do a search, put in the keywords that you're looking for, and be able to find some of these opportunities. The INFRA grant, clicking on that. So look at the grant amount. The award, so you've got the ceiling and the floor, right? And sometimes they tell you the expected number of awards, so they'll give you a number here. But here, you also get to see the current closing date is May 23rd, so you still have time if you're interested in this and you qualify. How do you qualify? Eligibility. So eligible requirements, it says other. So that means you now have to read this whole thing to find out if your company is one of, can meet one of these eligibility requirements. So it starts with states, metropolitan, orgs. Just go through this and find out if you are eligible. If you're not eligible, again, a lot of times this is going down to the state level as a contract. So don't think you're going to grants.gov and you don't see anything for small businesses. Oh, you don't know what to do. I want you to use this tool as a tool for marketing. You're trying to figure out where the opportunities are. Are they in your state? What are some of the keywords that you need to use when you go to your state's procurement opportunity portal? Because that's where you're going to put in those keywords to find the contracts at the state level, at the county level, at the school, the university level. That's where you're finding those opportunities, okay? So again, if you qualify, meaning you're a nonprofit, you qualify, or any of the other organizations, then you're basically looking at the related documents, downloading those, understanding what you have to do, go create your, you're gonna register here, then you're gonna apply for the opportunity, the grant opportunity that you wanna apply for. So that's how you're using this tool. And again, that would help you with some of the searches that you have to do, but it's also helping you trying to identify some of the opportunities that's coming down to your state and local government level. Now, I'm going to take that out. And then let's say we're looking for opportunities. Let's do a search just to clear that. You're looking for opportunities. So for some of you nonprofits who are on here, if you're not interested in the bill or IIJIA at all, you're like, hey, I actually got access to the grants tool. How can I go and find grants for what you do? So category would help you. So if you're doing anything with agriculture, you can click on that quickly as a category. If you're doing anything with education, you're educating youth in your community, men in your community, women in your community, you can look at that. You can click on those. If you're doing anything with health, whether it's helping with the opioid crisis or providing some kind of health care to your community, you can click on those and then those opportunities will show up. So again, just showing you how to use this tool. It's a very powerful tool, but at the end of the day, it's government's putting the opportunities here and they're looking for nonprofits and small businesses to go after some of these opportunities. Next one here is the SAMgov. So I'm going to go to SAMgov. This is your government contracting tool. And again, it has been updated. So if you're searching for opportunities, you go click on search. And it also uses keyword search. So you can do that with keyword. I want you to select where it says select domain, click a plus, click on contract opportunities, because there's lots of things you can select here. And that would open up all these opportunities where you can filter on these also. You can search by, and I'll just use the same search I use again. Bipartisan Infrastructure Law, and press enter. And so we've got some opportunities. It shows 5 here that came up. And so this is just, so I'm clicking on something here. It's a program hosted by the Small Business Program, Department of Transportation. So the date is May 16th, and it's with the Federal Aviation Administration. They're hosting a webinar on bill, and it's going to be on Monday the 16th at 1:30 p.m. So they're looking for small businesses interested in FAA opportunities for infrastructure. So again, folks, this is another opportunity where they're having an actual event. They're looking for you. All you got to do is sign up and attend, okay? And these are some of the areas that they're looking for folks in: facility and security services. So facility services, a lot of times, they've got buildings, might be buildings where they are renting some of these buildings. And then in the building, they need help with asset management, furniture, all kind of different things that's in those facilities. Sometimes they use facility services for storage of equipment or anything else. So a lot of times, if you do real estate, if you do property management, that kind of thing come under there. Security services, that includes your cybersecurity, any kind of background check, that kind of service that you can provide. That's what they're looking for. Power systems and fuel tank storage systems, environmental, occupational health and safety. And again, there's a whole bunch of sub-bullets that would normally come under these, but I would say definitely all you have to do is click here, fill in your information, and then from there, you're going and you're applying, okay? So I would say definitely go and apply for that, register for that. But just wanted to give you a quick way of you finding these opportunities. So again, the opportunities are grants if you're small, a nonprofit, and government contracts if you are a for-profit business. And again, the opportunities are, a lot of them are at your state and local government level. So you want to get those state and local government certifications, and that includes your disadvantaged business enterprise certification, your small business enterprise certification, your minority business enterprise certification, and your woman business enterprise certification. So work on those as your next 30-day goal. If you want to do work at the federal level, you need to have a CAGE code, and that would require you to go to SAMgov to be able to get that. We do offer a class. We hold a class once a month just to help folks like you who don't have their CAGE code. And with that, we're just helping you to be able to obtain that. So we're offering tonight V-GovCon Masterclass. For those of you who are interested in government contracting, want to know more about the certifications you need to get at the state level, and you also want to know about government contracting and government grants. So this class is a 1-hour class. We go through a lot in 1 hour, where we're covering a lot of the certifications at the state level, and also with information on what you need to start working on to go after government grants and government contracts. And then with that, you also get 2 30-minute sessions with me. Those are one-on-one sessions, and it can cover whatever you want it to cover. If you're like, hey, Varetta, I need help with the DB certification, can we do that in 1 or 30-minute sessions? Yes. Okay. So that is how we're sharing that. Haley can, not sure if we can chat, but you can provide the link for this to folks. If not, in 30 minutes, you will be getting an email from us, and that email will have the link to our V-GovCon page where you can get all this information. And then we also offer a bonus where you get access to our training site. In the training site, you get access to templates such as a capability statement template. You also get access to a link to how to go and update your LinkedIn, email templates for you to start marketing to government, and other different training on different things that we've gone through so far. So again, this is valued, it's way over $4,000, but we're offering it for $375. And this offer ends in a week. So please take advantage of this if you're definitely looking to go after government contracts. You saw something from what we covered tonight. Some of the money that's coming out with the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. You want to get access to some of that money. You have to be ready for that. And so what we're doing with the Masterclass is getting you ready, starting that process of getting you ready, okay? So again, $375, and the offer ends on May 3rd at midnight, okay? And just wanted you to know some of the things that are coming soon. We're doing an event this Saturday, and during that event, we'll be revealing 3 different classes, and we already have the turquoise program. Turquoise program for us, the VFedCon turquoise program, is more of if you are ready to go after government contracting seriously, right? Seriously, then the turquoise program is for you. We've got several folks that we're already working with on this, and they meet with me once a week. And we're going over actively going after government contracts, getting them ready for that first contract, getting them ready to be able to bid on contracts. So we're working diligently to be able to get that contract. And then we're also offering 2 speaker classes. One's called Speak to Share and the other one's called Speak to Sell Masterclass. And those classes are for anybody. If you have a product or service that you're selling and you want to share that with an audience, we provide a masterclass on how do you do that. These will be revealed on Saturday this week. And so at that point, you can check our website. We'll start posting things there. And then we'll start sending out the information next week once we get back from Florida. The Speak to Sell is for those who are seriously wanting to sell from the stage. So that's a different skill set. And again, we'll be offering these, revealing them on Saturday and then offering them to everyone after that. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna open it up now for questions. Haley? Not sure, yeah. All right, so just going through some of the questions. Just hold on. How does, starting at I'm guessing this is at the top. How does a unique entity ID work? Unique entity ID, again, that is what the government is replacing with the DUNS number. So DUNS number was kind of like your credit number for your business. And so all transactions in government use the DUNS number before, now they're using your unique entity ID. I need help, where should I start? If you haven't done anything with government contracting yet, I would say start with the V-GovCon Masterclass. We go through a lot in terms of where do you need to start, where you are at currently today, where do you need to get to? And so we cover a lot where you can get that information. The next one is you need help with how to write a grant. Discovery calls, we have access to a 15-minute discovery call with us. You're gonna get some emails on that. You can also find the discovery call link on our website. I would say go there and you can sign up with a discovery call with us and talk about what help you need to be able to write the grant. How do I find grants in the subject area of the human service? So where I talked about categories, go in there, see if you find anything similar to human services. You could also type that as a keyword and be able to find that. How can I reach you for services? Discovery calls are 15-minute free 15-minute sessions with me. You can easily click on those, sign up with me and be able to, from there, be able to get on a call with me and discuss whatever your concerns are that you need help with. We're in a software space. Any opportunities in this segment? So the federal government buys any and everything. So software, they're always in need of software. They do a lot of digital transformations right now. So software is always needed. How can I get help with writing grants? So again, discovery call with me and then we can go from there. Catering company, how to apply for grants. So I think we went through some of that today, where you can find those opportunities on grants.gov. And from there, but if you have a specific question, I would say definitely sign up with the discovery call with me and then go from there. Can you discuss about creating a workspace for grants.gov and possibly a sample application or demonstration? It's going to take a little more time than we have tonight. If I do know grants.gov have videos on their site on how to create a workspace, so you can just go to grants.gov, look at their videos, and that should be able to help you with that. If you have specific questions that you need or help with, just schedule, Chris, just schedule a discovery call with me and we'll be able to do that, help you out with that. How can you find grants in alternative health investigations? Again, I think I showed you how you can go in and do those keyword searches. If you're still having issues there, schedule a discovery call with me and we'll be able to help you from there. Link to this video, yes, it will be on our V-GovCon page. And again, you're going to be getting some emails between now and next Tuesday. So by then we should have the video. It takes our team at least 3 to 4 days to clean that video up and get it ready. The video call, you're going to get emails from us, but you want to do it quickly because those calls get filled up quickly. You can go to v-pmc.com and find our discovery call on there. And then from there, you can just sign up for one of those. Do we need to do a SAM before grants.gov? So you can start going to grants.gov right now. Doesn't require a SAM. When you apply for that grant, yes, you need to have your CAGE code. And again, we do CAGE code consultations once a month. So if you need to be able to get that quickly, we now have it where we used to do a whole weekend class. We've narrowed that class down to 3 hours on a Thursday night. So that's what we normally do to be able to help folks get their CAGE codes quickly. If that's something you're interested in, feel free to reach out to my team and we'll be able to help you with that. think I just covered all of those questions. I'm hoping everyone's hearing me because I can't. Okay, I'm seeing some other stuff here. Haley provided the link to the discovery call in the chat. Be sure to get that. Okay, thanks, Chris. And again, just because this format is a bit different to what we normally do. Other questions, and I hope this was a informative session for all of you. I know it's slightly changed from the normal way that we do it. I'm gonna stop sharing. I can't see if I'm sharing or not. Just to be able to go. Share. Okay, just needed to check on something quick. Any other questions? I guess I'm getting some questions here. Can you still, so I'm looking at some of the questions my assistant sending me. Can you still get a grant when you're a new owner, just starting out? That came from Marissa. Again, grant is more focused on nonprofits and should not be a problem if you're just starting out. What you need to focus on are the requirements for that grant. So they'll go through a lot of different things. They'll ask you for lots of different forms to fill out. So focus on that. If you can meet those requirements, then you should be able to apply for that grant. Okay, next question. I think I'm seeing that several times. How can I get certified as a double minority, Black and woman, so that my business is eligible for contracts and grants? So at the state level, I think I talked about getting your disadvantaged business enterprise. So focus on the DBE first. The DBE is basically saying you're a disadvantaged business. Now the question is, what are you disadvantaged in? Being a woman is a disadvantage. So that will give you your disadvantage right there. Being a minority, which is what you're referring to as being Black, that's a disadvantage. So you can apply for disadvantaged business enterprise and also get your MBE and your WBE. So look at that. But again, focus on getting your DBE, everyone. You don't have that already, that's at the state level. Please focus on that. For the one who's asking about me coming to South Carolina, again, once we start doing these summits, feel free to send us an email and tell us that you have an event space and you've got a group that you want me to speak to, and we'll be able to create a summit in South Carolina and come down there for that event. Other than that, I love vacationing at Hilton Head, so I'm always in South Carolina. Are there any grants for small for-profit businesses? That's from Karen. Small for-profit businesses. Yes, there's a category on the grants.gov that says small businesses. And what it means is small for-profit businesses. So yes, there are grants. When you go into grants.gov, just check it out. We do have a lot of videos. Marjorie, the book, we're still working on getting the book published, but we're working on it. For those who are in transportation, logistics, trucking companies, oh my goodness, this year is your year because this is the transportation infrastructure year. So I want you, if you've got trucks, if you're leasing them, if you already own them, there are opportunities out there, okay? So get DBE certified. Do not let this year pass and you didn't get that certification, because that's very important for you to be in the transportation and infrastructure space. Okay, work on that DBE certification. Again, what we're offering, we help you with understanding what you need to do for the DBE certification, understanding what the whole process of government contracting, how to navigate it, all that's covered in our V-GovCon Masterclass. So definitely, I would say sign up for that and we can start working with you and start working on giving you the information you need, okay? Filling out government contracting is challenging, yes. So some of the things that we're gonna be focused on this summer. So our next in May, our next event, and again, our events or V-GovCon Lives are the fourth Tuesday of every month. We meet here and we're providing content to you because we know you need it. And so with that, the next one is being able to, how do you market to government clients? And then we're gonna focus on, after you market to them, how do you start working on responding to the request for information, the request for proposal, the request for quotes? So that's what we're gonna be focused on this summer, is getting you information on how you can start working on being able to go after government contracts. So keep coming to these sessions. We're gonna be helping you along the journey of navigating government contracting. And feel free to email me and my team. And we travel a lot, but we're able to answer your questions, steer you in the right direction. Feel free to use the discovery call sessions with me. Those are one-on-one sessions directly with me where I get to answer your questions directly. And we have people all across the US that call into those, whether they find me on the web or they've been to one of our small business expos or another event that we had, a workshop, and so they're using those. So feel free. They do get booked up fast. So once you get that link, please schedule your time with me and then we'll go from there. All right, I think I saw one or two more questions coming in and then we're closing for the night. In SAMgov, what does contract opportunities look like? How do I follow them? So when you go into SAM.gov, you do search and then you click where it says contract opportunities and you can search. Normally a bunch of them will pop up, but you can search on what you're looking for. So if you've got a keyword, you can put in that keyword and search on that. And that will take you to a list of different things that you can filter through and find the right opportunity for you. You can also search on NAICS codes, on your state, opportunities in your state. So it gives you a lot of different options to search. Next question, how do I stand out? How to stand out on the application? You don't need to stand out. You just need to get it completed and submitted, okay? I spoke with one lady today who told me she got hers done, already sent in. So again, they're asking for personal information, they're asking for business information, they're asking for financial information. Just get it completed and submitted. It is a requirement by law that when you submit that they need to be able to review it and give you an approval if everything looks good. So it's for the DBE process, it's not who looks good, who looks better than who to be able to stand out. It's just getting it completed and send it in because they're required to be able to offer the DBE certifications to whoever qualified for it. So again, thanks everyone. Let me just make sure I didn't, if you need a website for you, okay, so it's just somebody. All right, well, thanks everyone again. Thanks for calling in and I hope you were able to get lots of good information, tips tonight on how to go after some of those grants, how to look at the grants to understand what to look at the government contracting level for those opportunities in your state, in your local government, and even at the federal level. Again, thanks everyone, and see you again next month. Thanks for calling in. Bye.